Turn up and twerk.
I don't.
I'll turn y'all up. I had one girl tell me that one time. She tried me, talking about you just
Y'all,
I'm being
wait
all
a minute.
calm.
Y'all need to
I ain't
pause
saying
this
no.
content.
Oh, it's coming out.
I mean, no,
Oh.
we can talk about the series and then we could, you know.
We'll start right there with
Okay.
this.
My girl was like trying to be like, oh, you quiet, you don't be doing this. Why she said that, I should have hold him side. What? Okay. That's off you.
Watch what you
He
ask.
shouldn't
Tell
even
us catch up.
Slap it up, rub it down. Oh no.
He shouldn't even tell us when we go live. We should just keep talking.
You think so?
Hey.
You want to try me? This is what you get. Say hello to my little friend. My big friend.
So we've been live for a little
Say it
bit.
right.
My big friend.
Been live for a little bit.
We delayed too.
The last not denial.
You ain't like this ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Y'all just see y'all.
Right.
Y'all looking at
I look fat, y'all.
y'all looking
Oh
at
my
the
goodness.
past.
Did you really just
Oh.
Looking at the past when you looking at this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I like how you put that.
Oh,
Alright,
like
that's
the little Denzel movie.
Yeah.
That boy like that for some.
Okay, we got
So,
a deja vu
That mean
situation.
we need to just look at each other.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, look at
We
it.
just need to make sure our hair and all that right. Okay, we good.
Nah, they already live, so we just gotta. Yeah, we live. See how it's already playing this one.
All right, y'all ready?
Okay, so
Yeah.
What's up
Okay,
with
all
that
right,
story?
y'all. All right,
Let's
all
go.
right, all right, all right, all right.
How that girl try you, Super? What she do?
Yeah.
Man.
All right, you guys. Welcome to Juice Talk. We got some fresh faces on the panel today. From the end, I guess we can introduce ourselves and then we can get right on to it.
Yo, it's your boy Zede. I'm 19. I'm an actor, artist, and model, and I'm pursuing my dreams right now. You feel me? Yeah, for sure.
Okay. What's up, y'all? My name is Ginger from Jacksonville, 32, aspiring model and actor. Here with my boy Super. How y'all doing?
All right, you single, married, divorced? What are we doing?
Single.
All right.
On the spot.
Officially single.
Yeah, that's Super the Barber. I'm a actor, model, director, producer, barber, celebrity barber. I'm from Jacksonville. I'm from Duval. What else I do, y'all? I do
Listen,
something else.
everybody already knows Super. I said introduce the people that's new faces, but we already know you, Super. Everybody know me too, Jules. So we're gonna pass it on the mic on over.
What's up? I'm Carolyn E. Lane from Duval. My age, don't worry about it. I do. And I'm coming to the A. I'm gonna be that girl you love to hate and hate to love.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
Right.
talking about.
You 25, right?
Sure, we can go with that.
All right.
All right. So just in case people didn't know, we put out like some content out there that we're turning Juice Talk into a series, and it's really our quest to find the next host. So stay tuned for that. We've been up all night, literally. You know what I'm saying? Working on this project, and everybody on the panel, you know, is included. You can be able to kind of find out some more about everybody once you guys tune in. So that will be coming soon. But right now, we want to finish the story that Super was talking about some girl who did what?
Yeah.
Tried you.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, y'all see, I was trying to remember it. Now, see, well, y'all trying me, y'all saying y'all want more energy, y'all want to turn up, but
That's his
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he
Like,
just-
he
he
was
was
saying
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
to it.
Everything
All right, we
is
gonna turn
lit.
up.
Let's turn it
All
up.
right.
We ain't nobody twerking on the show today.
All right, I got a
Just
scene.
FYI.
We didn't get no
I got
sleep
a
last
scene
night.
where y'all gonna turn
Energy
up
to
on.
twerk.
Right.
I got a song. I mean, I got a scene y'all gonna turn up on, not twerk up on. I meant turn up on.
Yeah.
Which one?
Right now, okay?
Which one is it?
it?
All
Always
right.
be prepared.
Yeah.
But no, I was a girl trying me because I was all quiet. Like I was being quiet and just, you know.
When was
chilling.
this? 20 years ago?
Yeah,
Oh.
bro, it was a long time ago. And I was just being quiet and humble, and she was like, "You scared?"
Ooh.
Ooh.
I said,
Okay.
"What?" And she seen a whole nother
you ain't
animal
never
come out there,
scared.
boy. She seen a lion come out the jungle then, boy.
When your birthday?
Pisces. Watch what?
What, that fish turned into a lion?
Yeah, turns a line.
Yeah.
She ain't say that no more.
I bet she
Yeah.
did. I bet she didn't. I bet she didn't.
Hey, put her up though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, so one of the things that we not
Zay.
Zay, but us
Jenny.
other four on the panel have in common is the Jacksonville. Having to come to Atlanta just to come up, you know, to me that's kind of ridiculous. Like it's like you should be able to have your support wherever it is where you
where
you're
you're from.
home.
Definitely.
But just from my experience, I've been in Atlanta since February.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, like the people who I've met, since then it's been amazing. I've gotten more traction in a couple months than what I got from being in Jacksonville for 20 years. That's actually something to talk about because we all in the entertainment industry. Why should you have to go somewhere else to what I'm saying, to come up? But I know you guys are kind of new to the industry, so if y'all can kind of shed light on some of the challenges maybe y'all have had, just starting out.
Yeah, like you said, we're kind of new. I've done a little bit in Jacksonville, local films, but like you said, it's not a big arena for entertainment, and we got a lot of good local artists. I mean, actresses, comedians, rappers. I know what I'm saying, like there, but like you said, there's no support, and as big as Jacksonville is, that definitely should not be. So coming here, and getting this started, maybe we can take it home and help some people out too.
Right. I'm definitely big on the giving back. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it is a challenge. Finding the support, but I think what our people would like in Duval, you know what I'm saying, is to see that we stepped out, did something, and then also the fact that we're going to come back and give back to them. Is it a struggle? Yes. But if it's your dream, by all means, go for that. Don't stop. Like, now is the time. Regardless of what you got going on, now is the time. If that's what you want to do, support that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go for that. Once people see you riding like Super, you know what I'm saying? where he met me at, I would have never thought that I would be here. You know what I'm saying? So I shed tears thinking about it. I make sure I stay in touch with Super, even if we're not talking business. We do have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely happy. Good people, good vibes, good energy. No matter what, just meeting people for the first time, you do be nervous, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that it's so inviting and warm, and the fact that
and real.
Hello, what you saying?
Yeah, like last night was like one of those moments. I was sitting while we were recording. I'm listening to y'all conversations, and I'm hearing bits and pieces. Like, oh, that sound like me. That sound like I would respond that kind of way. But to like you said, is to be able to vibe, and it's like just like a natural thing.
Correct.
To be able to. People who you ain't never even met before. Like, you would think I've known him forever. But I only known him a few months. But it's just like we connected to where it's like, but what do y'all think about, okay, so, and only Duval people can probably...
Put them on the spot.
When you go to Atlanta, it's like you done automatically made it. You ain't did nothing but change your zip code. But when you done moved to Atlanta, you done made it.
And another thing, like you were saying, Jewel, we all live in Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? And we had one mutual contact. Like, we never met each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We could have, been vibing in Duval trying to do something there or getting something off the ground. But we never met because the arena is not big there. You know what I'm saying? If it was bigger, we could have met. I mean, they have acting studios and modeling studios, but it's not really for us.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But like you said, that one mutual contact created these connections, or you know what I'm saying, that we have now to continue to just progress. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I was like, I was grateful when I met Super. It's crazy. Like, I was like, man.
Oh Lord, it's always a story.
I just got my hair done. So when you get your hair done, you go get you a liner. So I'm on the way. I'm like, alright, my Uber 5 minutes away. Bet, I'm just throwing on some random clothes. Now I ain't even looking fresh. I'm just, regular dress, like I'm going to the store. You know what I'm saying? I go there, and then I'm sitting there waiting, and there's 2 barbers, and then there's some kids in the back. And then I'm looking at Super, and it's like I feel like he was already looking through castings, cause then he looked at me. He was like, "You waiting on somebody?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "Come on." The next thing you know, he started cutting my hair and stuff. He was like, "What you do? You in entertainment?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do something like that. I'm an artist, actor, and model." He was like, "Oh, word? That's crazy. God definitely put you in this seat today on purpose." He was like, "Man, I'm gonna put you in. I'm gonna plug you in. Wow, I'm gonna tell you." And then in my head, I'm like, "Did I just walk into a blessing?"
Yeah.
So then next thing you know, he's talking, he telling me about different castings and opportunities that he's been able to be in and how many people he didn't put on. So I'm like, I'm trying to get down.
Yeah, exactly.
So next thing you know, I joined a group that day. And that same day, I got into a music video. I was like, yo, it's crazy. So I've been making money from all these castings, from being in movies, music videos. I think it's crazy because when you start in acting, you don't start doing stuff major.
Right.
I literally, my first 4 videos were major artists. I got into a 4PF video on my 4th music video. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And I'm looking at all this different equipment. I'm like, man, so I'm always up on the equipment until it's my time so I can look at it. And I'm like, I'm a movie producer in the making. I just gotta look and see what you're doing.
Right.
So, and everybody who meet me, they're like, yo, what's your name? Like, they want to talk to me. And like, I'm already a social person, so I really just be chilling. So, I can always hold a conversation. So when I went up to people, they was trying to say something first, and I was like, give me the opportunity. You feel me? Yeah. So like, let me talk to you, but it's cool because it's like the vibe in Atlanta is dope. You just gotta know where to go.
Yeah,
exactly. You can't just come to Atlanta and just go somewhere and think the vibe gonna be nice. You gotta know where you at and where to be.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And that's what I was saying, since y'all plugged in with Super. Definitely.
Piggybacking off that, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you meet people that say they can do this and do that, but he's been genuine on everything. You know
From
what I'm
day
saying?
one.
Continue to introduce us to more genuine people like Jules right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that crabs in a barrel mentality. You know what I'm saying? He let you know it's enough to go around because it's enough to go around. You know what I'm saying? And when everybody have that mindset, you can go very far.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So what's your story on how you met Super? We want to know because it's probably something crazy.
I mean, it ain't too dramatic, you know what I'm saying? But prior to meeting Super, I was, just a working mom, you know what I'm saying, basic. But I got tired of that type of lifestyle because I didn't feel like that was for me. I know it's more. I want to set my own schedule. I want to get up and clock on nobody clock every day. So I went ahead and hit the strip club.
Okay, strip club. Okay, now I see.
That's why he kept saying get lit. That's why he wanted you to twerk.
He loves the stripper mentality.
Yeah. So when he met me, it was what he's seen. First, it was the haircut. That's his thing first. You know what I'm saying? And then we went to talking, and he understood my grind and how hard I hustle, and why he asked me why I was doing it. And from there, he said, "You know what? I like your vibes. I like your energy. Let's connect." We swapped numbers. We swapped Instagram, and from like she said, he's genuine. Number one. And he's kept it real since day one. So I you know what I'm saying? And he told me, man, pursue that. Come out here to Atlanta. This is where you need to be. This is out here for you. I do a little bit of hair, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Dreads, gloss, wigs, braids, and natural hair. And of course, he put me in touch with this beautiful goddess over here, Carolyn, you know what I'm saying, from Duval. So, you know what I'm saying, too inspiring.
So what was it from the time that you guys met to like now where you actually said, I'm finna push go on this model acting thing?
5 minutes. Like
really?
Literally.
I know, right?
Literally. Like he comes to you if he feel your vibe. He wants you on the team. He's supporting you and he backing you. He making sure like, hey, where you at? You ain't signing up for none of these casting calls. Like you still alive. You know what I'm saying? Like he believe in you almost more than you believe in yourself.
Correct. Hey, did you see this? I posted that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
He definitely tells you that now is the time.
Yeah, but that's you know what? That's kind of how me and him kind of talk. Like I never really wanted to ever be in the front of nothing. Like I'm
you
always,
got a face and everything.
but I was always a behind the scenes on the business side of everything. So my story for how I met Super is crazy. Okay, so I moved to Atlanta in February, and I moved with a guy after my divorce, and it was an ex from the past.
Right.
And you should never go backwards, folks, ever. So I get there. We done moved and everything. I was there 3 weeks and we broke up.
Oh wow.
3 weeks. So I got this big 4-bedroom house with whatever it is that I pay for rent. And I'm like, that's exactly what happened. I said, I'm gonna put this on Airbnb because I'm back and forth to Jacksonville, so I don't really need to be here all the time. And I mentioned it to my stylist, Yanni, that I'm finna put the house on Airbnb, but it was gonna be a couple weeks because I had to get it ready.
Right.
So something happened with his living situations that he had to be out like that week.
Yeah, they sold the house.
They sold the house from under him for rent, but he was
Yeah.
renting. And I was like, when she called, she was like, well, I know somebody that might, so he called. Long story short, we on the phone. I ain't met him, don't know him.
Wow.
We on the phone for maybe 2 hours that night because I was going through a medical condition. Like I was gonna have to go to Gainesville, get a bone marrow biopsy to do a transplant, right? We praying on the phone. We
That's
like,
That's
and
his
it's
part.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but it was comfort for me because not only I just went through a breakup because I don't really go backwards. That ain't my thing. I don't do that.
Yeah.
But for me to do that and then it ended up like that, but I felt like God severed that relationship for a reason because had I not
That's amazing.
Yep,
no?
definitely.
They
I
kinda like
lined
went to my
up.
story was
Yeah.
super like I met him through Rashad, who has like a studio in Jacksonville. He was just telling me he told me about him months ago, and I was like, you know what, I ain't ready to get into that. I want to get my mind right. He called me again, maybe 5 months later, like, hey, Super here. I was like, you not hear what I said when I said that? I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and meet him. So he gave me his number. I called him, and I didn't know Super's background at that time. I just knew Rashad talked a lot about him. I was like, I want to join your group, but I need you to come to my house. We need to talk. You know what I'm saying? So he came after, he stood me up for about 8 hours. I was busy. But he came to my house, and by that time, I had time to look him up on Instagram. I was like, dude, I done invited this superstar to my house. Like, I didn't even know you were big like that. But he came to my house, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was willing to come and talk to me because I had questions and I wanted to talk in person. He came to my house, dog. He prayed with me. He prayed with my niece. He spoke over her life. I'm like, yeah, this it right here.
That's how it got me too, child.
else.
It got me
Right.
like that, but
I mean-
it ain't like a gimmick. Like
Right.
for real, it's
Not at all.
genuine.
Right.
It's
Definitely.
like, and it's always at the right time.
Right.
That's what everybody be saying. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's that right time.
Right.
Right
He an
time.
angel.
It
I don't
is.
even think he real. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like an angel or something.
But that's where it's kind of like, now you know me, I gotta stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah.
So that side of him, like people will look. If you look at his Instagram, you might get a little confused, right? So you got the part of him that's in the industry and love women and all that. But then you got like the real deal. If you really have a relationship with him, you know that this is this piece that's unique about him, that he fears God, like, and he cares about the people that's around him.
Correct.
And so people will want to know, like, how is it that you're that in tune, you know what I'm saying, spiritually, but then you want to be slapping on asses at the
You sound like an angel, but you really are human.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's kind of like, and it ain't no excuses. You supposed to, they're right. According to the Bible, but this flesh win. The Bible said the flesh dwelleth no good thing. It's just like David, a much of a powerful man of God. He was like God loved David.
Right.
And what David, when he seen Bathsheba naked on that rooftop, David was like, man, I gotta have her. You know what I'm saying?
Go back
It's
to
just
him
being
being
real.
real.
When he repented,
Yeah.
and Bible said he loved God with all his heart, but it just that flesh got in the way. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, I don't know. And then it's like I tell like the older people, like my godmama, like people that back in the days that had good husbands, good wives, and they stay together for 30 years. Now we got this social media generation.
Yeah.
Most
You don't know
women.
what's real.
Yeah, because a lot of women that get on there and they'll, you know, I know some of them doing it for like to make money, they're getting in videos. They still young, small.
Everybody have
Yeah.
their
But some of them kind of get caught up in it where they want their attention from more than one guy.
Exactly.
And it can make it kind of hard to be like, oh, I'm going to marry her. I'm going to trust her.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask her to be my wife. So then you be having these and then you be wanting to find a wife. And then, I don't know, I just got kind of natural.
You say he got low. We be having what?
Needs.
Yeah.
He need to have needs.
And then you want to have a wife, but it's like, and then a lot of women been hurt for real
They really
and
have.
broken.
You gotta go through
And they
that
don't know how to go
process
through
of-
Jesus
yeah.
or pray or really trust
Spend
God.
time with
Because they'll get all
themselves.
these wrong dudes.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna get with a drug dealer? Like, I done been a drug dealer before. When you selling drugs, you making money. You trying to make that money. You got a chick over here. You might just go hit her real quick. You know what I'm saying? Tell her, okay, I'm going. I'm finna go over here. Okay, I'm gonna hit this. What you want? Some bring Chinese food? Okay, I'll bring that real quick. Let me hit you real quick. Oh, hey, little man. Throw the little boy up real quick. Play the game with him for 3 minutes. And then you got to get back on the grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like, you gonna take me serious, this drug dealer. I got 3 of y'all. You cooking for me. You know what I'm saying? When I had dreads, you might twist my hair for me. And you doing something else. But y'all taking me serious and I'm playing all 3 of y'all. And when I turn around to be that dude, I want to be a man of God. I want to love y'all. I want to treat y'all right. It's like y'all feel like I'm soft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how they. I mean, I feel like it's the way society is. You
Yeah.
feel me? The way that social media has been put on our, on our youth, on women in general and men, because men doing it the same thing women doing. Some men don't understand like how to feel emotionally,
Yeah,
so they're
can't
broken.
express themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got some men who are like, okay, I'm telling you how I feel. And it's just like it be the wrong women. And then there's women who go to men, it's like I'm telling you how I feel, but it be the wrong men. So I mean, I'm young, but I feel like I'm done with relationships.
But let's be real. We have a culture that we come from a culture where
Let's show
it
you how
was
bad it
normal
is.
to marry multiple
It
women.
was.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah,
I'm just saying, that woman has to be open to that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but
Wait
I
a
say
minute,
this.
so you
Tell
are
me.
an advocate for
No,
polygamy?
listen, let me tell you this.
Okay,
Let me tell
let's
you
tell
how I feel about it. Not
Oh,
necessarily
listen, there goes this
polygamy. Listen,
Right.
so I'm gonna put it in this perspective. So if a man and a woman are married and that woman cannot have kids, so you telling me the only way that his bloodline can continue is through adoption, which is not his bloodline, or she got to go to a doctor and be an experiment and do all this? Hey, if she is cool with that, and in African culture, that's why men have so many kids. So if this lady come in, granted, now you got to understand. First of all, I'm number one. And number 2 is we all work. This is a household or corporation. We all
Definitely.
work. You know what I'm saying? We all bringing that income into this house and know your place. You know what I'm saying?
Think how prosperous that is.
Right.
Definitely.
But it's like, but that's our culture.
So
you know?
remove the feelings.
Yeah, and like, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? We could take care of everything. Just say you had 3 wives. One could be a babysitter, so no money going out to daycare. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We got our home, we got our land, we got our property. The
Right.
kids are raised right. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't feel like being bothered with him, hey, dude, go down the hall.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying? Have my own
that
room.
part.
Like,
that
you know what I'm saying? I
part.
mean, but it's like understanding and it's culture, and it's not just so anybody, whether a man or woman, can just have everybody he want. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand there's commitment involved too. And
Correct.
when I want to talk, we got to talk. When I
I
got a
don't
problem,
think
we got
it's
to talk.
necessarily culture. I'm gonna piggyback off of all of that,
Yeah.
and I think that life is the best experience, period. And whether you want to be in Africa and you're doing that based on
Right.
culture, or in the United States doing
Right.
that, communication is the key for
Communica-
all of it. Period.
Understanding
Because
with it, yeah.
communication. If I can't understand it, if you don't communicate it to
Right.
me, you know what I'm saying. And when you communicate it to me, then I respect you more because you're not taking away my choice.
Right.
I have the
Right.
ability to say whether I do or I don't.
That's what I'm
You
talking
know what I'm
about.
saying? So
So what about the woman? Like if you got a husband, he got You
We don't
want
want to be
four
bothered
wives.
all the time.
Like, who you gonna?
We
you
don't
get
want to
a-
be bothered all the
You
time.
get somebody
Right.
else.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
No,
when
that
it
my
comes,
thing is like she said, it's about communication. Understand? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
right? But
So
it's
what if
kind of
you-
like if y'all open to her. Me personally, like I can't see it because for me, if my man giving me a headache, this other man gonna give me one too. You know what I'm saying? I don't need 2 headaches. But if everybody's up there, you have to understand, like, hey, if you're doing this, you got to come and talk to us. You got to make sure you're being protected. Like if you decide, because again, we're raised in this culture, and that in America, and that's not a mindset that we have. So if you decide to step out, you got to communicate and say, hey, you doing this and all that. But I don't think it'll be husband and wives in the same household. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it'll be multiple husbands and wives in the same household. Like, she's not gonna bring her outside man in the house. But if she decide that this is too much for her and she wanna date somebody else, like, hey, be open and let us know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Let us know
Yeah.
what you're doing. And if
That's
you don't want to be here,
interesting.
let us know.
That's why I
That's
said that I
very
feel like
interesting.
I feel like I'm done with relationships. Cause it's like nowadays people don't want to communicate. With communication, people want to shut down, don't want
Right.
to talk. And I'm the type of person that, when it comes to communication, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna try to tell you. But if you sit there and ball up and don't want to communicate,
Exactly.
I'm like,
Yeah, but that comes from what he said. It's a lot of people that have been hurt, and that's
Yeah.
their guard. So really, honestly, people need to be open to actually taking the time to kind of help them put those walls down.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Therapy.
some
Jesus
people don't
in
know.
therapy.
Some
Yeah,
people
some
pull
people
you
don't know
down,
that
though.
it's
Right.
it's a process.
Right, it
You
definitely
know.
is a process. But Jules, like you said, people have to be willing to help them put those walls down. But it starts with that person
Yeah.
as
With
well.
that person.
They have to want to do it for themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people say if they love you, they'll change for you. But no, they should want to change for
themselves.
themselves.
That's the only way to last.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
otherwise it's just temporary.
Yeah.
For that
Yeah.
situation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
because it's like I feel. Oh, you wanna go? Cause you ain't said nothing.
No, he
You know,
listen.
that's all
I'm
started
gonna tell you
with
about
him.
Super now. So he in his mindset like, and it's a little bit, what's the word? A catch-22, because it's like you can have the thoughts of multiple people, whatever, but the first thing he said out of his mouth, well, how that's gonna work with the woman?
Oh, yeah, me.
Like how that's gonna, you know what I'm saying? But it's, you got to make a choice, like
Right.
which side of the fence you gonna be on. Are you gonna be open to it altogether, or you just gonna be selective for
want.
what you want in your situation? You probably can't see a whole bunch of people in the same house and all that kind of
I
stuff.
mean, for like fun wise.
That's it.
At least he put it out there.
Give me some you help
that
some type
part.
stuff a little while. After a while, I be feeling convicted. Like, God,
Like, yeah, for that.
Like,
yeah.
Lord.
Like I said, like if one of the women step
Yeah.
out, you know what I'm saying? Like if you decide
I'm
to
feeling
stand up for
convicted.
you, you gotta go. No,
I'm
you
about
can't
2
bring
months.
no
I'm
man
balling
back.
out. Wife
Right.
number 1, 2, 3. Y'all come see me.
also-
Let's turn up.
Right.
And after
That's
about
a
a
little
month, I'm like,
self-ness.
hold
Yeah,
on,
right. Now that's
That's
if
a
they
little
wanna
This ain't right,
share
Lord.
you at the
I be
same
feeling
time.
convicted.
Yeah, that's a little selfish.
it really depends though, because I feel like the way I love, I give it out. I will give you as much as possible, but some people can't take all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, I've thought about it, but I've never really spoken on it. So it's a chance. I thought about if I had 2 women, you know how they both get annoyed of attention sometimes. I'm like, I could both easily entertain
them out.
both of them.
It don't work like that.
Not entertain. I'm talking about like
easily.
I'm talking about like if
And
we're
easily.
listen, if we're
Cause you
if
gotta
we're-
have 2 of the same type of women
That's
for
what I'm
that.
saying.
But
That's what I'm
more
saying.
than likely, like when people have multiple partners or whatever, they're not liking the same thing in that person.
Right.
They're liking this
Different
person for this
personalities.
and this person
That's
for
why.
that.
That's
So they're
why
not
it
gonna.
works.
Both of them not gonna be annoyed. One is gonna be like, "Nigga, why you ain't call me today?" You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the thing. But I will always make sure I communicate to both of them each day. That's what I'm saying. Like you find time for what you want.
Well,
That's
you
true.
do. That's
Because
true. That's
people
true.
have 24 hours in a day.
Right.
And you can choose to do whatever you want
Right.
in those 24 hours. Most of the time, people will just sit there, not do nothing, watch TV. I could call her, hey, yo, shorty, I was just calling to check up on you, see how you was doing.
Yeah.
All right.
But some women ain't used to that nice stuff, dude.
And that's what's been hurting me, because I'm like a genuine person. I've been through some stuff. I've been through the rough, but I came up.
Right.
I'm still going up.
Yeah.
But my
Bars.
personality
Yeah,
is
right.
I'm a nice, genuine guy. I'm like actually a good guy. you know, I'm not finna sit here and play with your heart. I'm not finna sit here and play with your emotions. But when you start playing with mine, you start crossing my line because I'm that person giving. If you stop giving what you are giving and it's just me, then I'm gonna start backing off and then go ahead and make my own route because I'm not finna sit here and accept something that you don't want to give me no more. You feel
Right.
me?
But here's the elephant in the room question. You 19, so where's these women and all that coming into play?
I mean, I'll inform y'all. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say no names, but, but like, there's. Well, I'll talk about this. I'll talk about two. There's one. I want to say her name, but it's crazy. I'm not gonna say it.
Don't put her out there.
We were talking like for a long time, so it was like, oh snap, this actually
same
gonna
age
be,
or older?
Yeah, same age. I'm like, this is actually gonna be something legit, and because I knew she wasn't where I was mentally, she wasn't ready for intercourse, and I'm not. Of course, I'm like, I'll definitely want to go down. You feel me? But I'm not finna do something that I know you're not ready for.
Right.
You may say you're ready, but you're
might be doing it just for
exactly
you.
Your level of consciousness and mental like control. I can't find a word for it, but you're not ready for it because you're not gonna be able to handle it.
Right.
So then, my thing is, I will respect you for that. And she went and it's crazy. She went to McDonald's with a dude and slept with him in the back of the car in a McDonald's parking lot. And I was like, yo, dude wasn't.
And it would have meant something with you.
Exactly.
Wow.
Dude wasn't even attractive.
But women do that, too.
Dude wasn't even attractive. He didn't have no dreams or no hopes.
How you find out about it?
The reason I found out was because she called me and she was like, hey, I don't have anybody else to talk about this, but I just want to tell you, I'm so sorry. And then I had straight blocked her on everything, and I was like, that's straight X. 'Cause I had felt something happening, like my heart had like this strong grip, and I was like, why does my heart hurt? So then I'm like, okay, it went away. So then I start doing what I'm doing through the day. I'm still being productive. And next thing you know, I get a call like that. I'm like, I don't got time for this. I'm busy.
So she wanted you to console her because she made a wrong
exactly.
choice.
When I already told
and
you
it's
weren't
a true story because I told my mom about it. I blocked her on everything, and she kept making accounts over and over and over and over and over.
She sounded a little cray-cray.
She was addicted to my personality because the way I love, I give you a type of energy. She's like, wow. And then she even said that. She's like, I've never talked to a guy who's genuine like you. And I was like, I appreciate that.
So you gonna risk it all?
You gonna risk it all for something that you not gonna get it.
That had to be her life lesson.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes we make some really bad decisions, and no matter what, like that one decision plays back. Like had I did something different. However, like I said before, life is our best lesson. You feel me?
Yeah. And it was cool though, cause I was teaching her stuff, cause she was very depressed, very upset, and I uplifted her. I had her proud of herself. I had her looking in the mirror and saying, okay, I'm beautiful. Because at first she was calling herself one of all. She was like, don't do that. I'm ugly. Now I had her saying, like, I'm very beautiful. I appreciate you. And then as soon as I left, I seen, like, because, obviously she keep adding me on different accounts. I seen how she went back down that road. And
but
it was
that's another thing she was saying is like, you got to do it for yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And you took the time out to pour into her.
Definitely.
And she's never gonna forget you.
Never gonna forget.
Yeah.
She never
She's gonna keep
forget
looking
you.
for it in everybody. In
Right.
every
Yeah.
person, and she
Every
gave it
connection,
away.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Every connection that you make, they last. You may not remember a name or a face, but you remember a situation. You know
And
what I'm
a
saying?
feeling.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I said that last night. I may not remember what you said or what you did for me, but I'm gonna always remember how you made me feel.
Definitely.
Which goes back to you saying, I'm not going back.
Yeah.
I can't. I remember how you made me feel.
Yeah.
So, but also too, when it comes to love and relationships, no matter how you express your love, you have to. If you care about that person, you need to read their love language.
I was just gonna say, we talked about it on my other podcast when we talked about communication, and it's like you can say all you got to do is communicate, but you have to communicate where
In
I
a
can
way
be
they
able to,
understand.
the way to receive it,
the way that I
you know,
receive it.
exactly.
And it's not me being selfish. I may like you as a person and your personality, but this is just the way that I receive love. Whether it's
Right.
words of affirmation, communication,
Affection.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Trips, gifts,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah. And that's all based off of some of the stuff baggage that you may or may have
Hello.
not dealt with.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
but like I was saying, for our generation, the girls claim they need space and distance. I understand that. I automatically give you your space. But there's a difference between you needing space and you on FaceTime with another dude.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
That's a whole
that right
nother-
there is
Right.
is a violation.
But a lot of that too is like some people don't know what they want.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
they'll
Yeah.
go in and because this worked for somebody else, or this is what they think because a lot of people don't know how to deal with rejection and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they'll say, "Oh, I don't want to be put me over here," but really what they're crying out is saying, "Hey, hug me,
Yeah,
spend
talk
more
to
time
me.
with me,
Yeah.
talk to me," you know, and that's something that people don't have not that they don't have. They don't take the time out to actually get to know a person and their, personality to know how to deal with them.
Right. And correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know if you all have had this thought, or whatever. I think the biggest thing around that is fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason I
definitely.
say fear, the fear of the unknown, the fear of the what if,
Definitely.
the fear of the known. So I always say to myself, the worst thing anybody could tell me is no.
No.
But it doesn't stop there. There are
Right.
billions of people in the world. There are billions of opportunities and doors to
Exactly.
open. So why fear?
Right.
Here you go.
Right.
Go super.
So why
Yeah.
Mike back to super. I know you're probably not in a mindset of like relationship because it's like you kind of like I think I heard you say on a previous podcast, a kid in a candy store. When you're in like the entertainment industry, you have these models, you have some good women, but then you got some where the mentalities is wrong. You know what I mean? So when
Body
you're
right, but the mind wrong.
yeah, so when you're talking about all of this, I mean, I know, everybody has a need or a desire for a mate and to be happy and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with, or you're not dealing with it at all probably, but I'm gonna give you the opportunity to make to say
Right.
whatever. But how are you dealing with the fact that there's all these choices, but you may or may not get the opportunity to actually get to know these people to know whether or not they would be a good mate?
Yeah, I be thinking about that. I be like, dang, like sometimes be so many that seem beautiful, pretty, good personality, good energy. Like, dang, who I
Definitely.
really want to talk to. So it's like I just be asking God to lead me to the right one. But I was talking to somebody though. Like you women can tell me what y'all think about this. I had got them a promise ring. I ain't tell you that.
Oh, okay.
It was a little while back.
Okay.
And then right after I got a promise ring, they got flirted with the weed man.
It's always the weed man.
especially in Jacksonville. Especially in Jacksonville.
I don't
It's a
agree
different
with that.
mentality there. Women there love dope boys.
But see, she was just like, the weed man was trying to holler at her. And she was like, if I didn't have she was asking him they had a conversation. She was asking him where his boo was at. And then she was like, he tried to holler at her. And then he said that, she said that, I have a boyfriend, I'm not a cheater, but if I didn't have a boyfriend, it would be a go.
So you just erased everything you just said about
She
that.
said be a boyfriend, it'll be a go. So what y'all think about that?
Well, just to start the pot again, it's kind of like y'all said that women
Y'all
have
gotta-
been hurt, and not only that they've been hurt, some women have never been loved, and the only way they feel loved is if a man want to sleep with them. You know what I'm saying? That's their everything is in whether or not somebody wants to have sex with them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like if he don't want to have sex with me, he can care about me, uplift me all day, every day. But if he don't want to sleep with me, it's something wrong with me. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not.
Oh, that's probably
If
shit,
he
so
tell me that he,
Dang.
yeah, if he tell me that he understand,
was.
like you said, I understand that you're not ready for this. Like he must not think I'm pretty enough. It's somebody else he want. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
because
So
people don't have those type of standards.
Yeah,
for
you
real.
got standards.
Right.
You
A lot of
know,
women
correct.
ain't got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They just feel like they
See,
want
cause like I would have had no problem. You feel me? But it's just
You gotta
Don't
say
wanna
it yourself though,
pressure
because
her.
Right.
if you would have got her pregnant And your mama saying
Oh,
she crazy. Mama.
she pregnant now.
Wow.
She's
See, you talking
pregnant.
values.
She
But
pregnant.
see, that would have been your baby. Your
That's what
mama
I'm
saved you
saying.
through 18 years of probably child support.
Exactly.
Getting one of the bus tires slashed.
But you know what?
Sugar in
That
the
goes
tank.
back to what
For real,
Carol
So
though.
thank
said.
mama.
Yeah.
Forget about her.
Right. That
It's
goes
like
back to
you
what Carolyn
though,
said.
it's
No
kinda
love.
like, yeah, it's no
Yeah.
love.
Lack
So
of love.
you know, this woman feels like she's all that because she's getting attention from everybody else, not understanding that you would give her the attention that she truly desires, but she
Correct.
don't even realize she's never had love, even if it's from your household, your mom and your
Yeah,
dad. You
like that.
never had love, so
Yeah,
when
it
you
is
come
like
with
that.
this new thing, it's so nice and so beautiful. Like
Yeah.
it can't be real. I've never
Right.
experienced it, so
Right.
it cannot be real. You know what I'm
Fear.
saying? Like. But if you want to sleep with me, I'm fine. I'm beautiful. I'm all that. And then you wonder why you feel crazy when he don't want you no more if he slept with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I thought she was the one because she used to cook for me. And she used to like
what she
rub my
cook soup?
feet.
What she cook soup?
She cooked some everything. Like she cooked salmon, she cooked shrimp.
So you want a submissive type?
Yeah, it seemed like she was
Man.
submissive. Well, she did that like right after the, cause I ain't never got the woman the promise ring. She did that like right after the promise ring, like Fred with the weed man. I'm like, dang, I was doing
So
good.
what was she doing? I'm sorry. What was she doing prior to that motivated you to
To
provide
the-
her with
Like
the
I
promise
be finna
ring?
go out of town, and she'll rush to Chick-fil-A and bring some food. Wait a minute, I want to bring something to eat. But
So
she-
you,
she'll
the
bring
weight of
something.
your
She was
heart
just-
is your stomach, cause you talking about food.
And she was just being nice.
It's definitely.
She never experienced
Should've
that,
been
so she didn't
sweet.
believe it to be real.
And
So
she'll
it's
be
like,
sweet
yeah.
and nice and
But you would.
and submissive. And I was
Weed
just,
man. I don't know.
but I'm saying,
So I'm not on camera. The thing is, most of the time people don't get to know people outside of the surface of things. That's
Correct.
the problem.
Right.
Yeah, agreed.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you run into a lot of problems with that. you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
My
So-
pastor
That's-
said that never marry or get in a serious relationship with somebody that you have never had a knockdown, drag out
Yeah.
fight with. You need to see
To
how
know
they fight.
how
if
they-
they're
yeah,
dirty. Like,
yeah,
because
exactly.
because that'll even come out
If
like
that
whether
ain't
she
the truth.
cheated in an
Right.
argument. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll tell you, I got others and this and this and that, and I got other people. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
and this
You
another
know,
thing she
so-
did. She flirted with her baby daddy to get him to send her some money for the kid.
Yeah. See, you probably wasted
y'all
your
say?
money on that promise ring for the wrong
You need to get
person.
it back.
Right.
Nah.
But you know what? Regardless of it, it's a lesson in it.
Right.
Period.
And
I ain't
that's
got-
and that actually brings me to my next point. So on this podcast we've had plenty of guests. We've talked about plenty of topics, but it's one that hits home. Miss Joyce, she's been on some of the ones, so she's actually, I admire her because she talks about freely, you know what I'm saying, her experiences and how she, you know what I'm saying, deals with different relationships. And her key thing is the fact that she loves hard. And I think sometimes we get blinders on giving ourselves to somebody and they may or may not give it back in return. So we're actually going to add her, to the panel right now so that she can be able to kind of, shed some light on what we got, going on the table, the topics on the table too, because everybody has their own experience. I'm a no tolerance type person, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay, I third that.
and people thought I was crazy when I said I give you 3 strikes, but I didn't got some 3 strikes
TT
buddies over
Joyce
here.
come, and I just want to say, like what he said. He's told us that he cut her off, and that was completely understandable because she was wrong. But anytime a woman cut a man off, she a B and she a evil, and she did. We understood that completely.
Completely,
She was
correct.
playing with him,
Yeah,
and he
she
cut her
was
off because
taking
he gave
advantage.
her his all. He was genuine. He loved her like we
Correct.
do, women do.
Mhm.
And we were like, okay, that makes sense. Nobody had any backlash.
No,
but
not at
anytime a
all.
woman cut a man off, like, oh, she's so hard and she's so. But no,
Time
see-
is valuable, man. You
But
can't
when
waste
he-
that.
But see,
Yeah.
that's another thing about being a man of God. I want to say that. Like you get with a lot of women, they ain't got the same values like they had back in the days where they said let's wait to get married. We gonna wait.
Right.
So it's like you get in a situation with a woman, if y'all love each other, they want you to have sex with them. It's like it's to the point where it's like if you don't do it, somebody happen like happen to him. 'Cause they, and like you say, they feeling like
they're not
what's
loved. They
about
don't
me.
feel like they're good
But
enough.
that, but they ain't to the value. They ain't like mentally or spiritually inclined enough to know
Right.
that we supposed to be according to the word. We supposed to wait till we get married to have sex.
Right.
So if you come to a woman to say that, they gonna look at you like,
Yeah, like
Dang,
what's,
like I really
like
wanna
like
have
how
sex,
she
like,
said,
yeah.
what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
yeah, like
You
that.
know.
So it's kind of like and then a lot of people don't realize when you're a man of God too, when you got anointing, you pray for people and things change, and you have more temptations.
Yeah.
Because the devil know if he could get you to fall.
do.
And they already talk
Your
about
weak
that.
spot.
Yeah, that's why pastors, you see a lot of big pastors fall because it be from old sins they probably thought they got delivered from, but the devil gonna come at you extra hard because they know if he could get you out the way, then it could be 100 people, 1,000, millions of people that God got your purpose to save. They won't get saved. So it's like it's just like you kill a general, how the army gonna be led?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna
And
lead
there's
the army?
layers
You
too.
kill the
There's
captain of the
layers to
ship,
that thing
who's
that
gonna drive the
holds
ship?
you.
Or you kill the pilot, who's gonna get the plane?
Yeah.
The plane gonna crash.
Right.
It's kind of like that, but a lot of people don't talk about that.
And it's layers
Yeah,
to
'cause
that.
I used to talk to my
Like, just
pastor.
be-
Yeah, go ahead. You said, Mel said, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's layers to it. And sometimes you think you over something, but if you don't even understand the root cause of why you did what you did, it's not over. You
Yeah.
gotta understand why you did it in the first place. So if you think you over it,
So that's what some people don't realize. Like sometimes I be getting so many temptations. I be like, dang, it be the same thing. Even before I was kind of like blowing up, I get temptations. It'll be like, dang, like it'll be kind of too good to be true.
Right.
Like for real, like you just go and do that.
Right.
For real, okay.
But sometimes it's
Now you
not
playing
easy.
sometimes. It'd be like them temptations that where most guys don't really get. Sometimes they gotta work hard for. Sometimes it'll be just put on the platform. Like what? I can just do this. You can do that.
It's
the
kind of
higher you go, the easier it'll be, and the
Yeah,
more
yeah.
temptations you'll have.
And be like that.
Right.
And like my pastor used to talk about how athletes and men of God and certain ones, how actors and stuff have more temptations than the average person to deal with.
Right.
Like that's just like moving up in the world, with
Right.
being a rapper, being
More
on
money,
TV,
more problems.
even being moving up in ministry, being a deacon, a pastor. You even got some of the women, because I used to sing in the choir at church. It used to be like, the women used to be like, ready type, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the choir, they used to be,
Because you a man of God,
come out of choir
because you
stand.
done had a
Yeah.
title within, so that means you have some level of commitment.
Yeah.
So we can check that box off. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
We love
and
the
then you
Lord.
love the Lord.
Right.
That's another check box.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then if you're good with people,
Yeah.
that charisma,
Charming.
that's
Definitely.
you know
Oh,
that's
so that's why
another
they get
one
in trouble,
too.
yeah.
That's why you
Yeah.
get in trouble.
And I take my
All day
kids,
long.
they be like, oh, you really a good father?
Right.
I will say about Southern men, they do have a charm that other places do not have, and that alone, some women have never had that charm. It might
Right.
be opening a door and hello, beautiful, and yes, ma'am, and thank you. You know what I'm saying? Women
Yeah.
fall for that. I'm a woman. I love chivalry. Like chivalry, hey, everything can come off. But you know what I'm saying? So if you've been somewhere like New York or something like that, and they never see that, that's all you have to do is say
Right.
yes,
Correct.
and I'll open a door and sure I got that. Like, dude, they're ready to marry you.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that's more for people who are in their I say mid 20s and up, or late 20s and up.
Right,
What, the
Because-
chivalry part?
Yeah, who like that, because when I do that for a female, they'd be like, "Oh my God, why you acting like that?" I'm
Yeah,
like,
they be like that. I can
like,
though.
yo, like, do you not understand?
My mama
that?
raised
Yeah,
me
you about
right.
right.
What's
Right.
wrong with
Yeah.
When I
that?
talk to some, when I be talking
It's
to females,
like-
they be like young, like 20s or something. I even be around them. Oh, why you got to open the door? I come on.
independent.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like, I understand your independency, but let me be a gentleman. That's how I was
Right.
raised. That's how,
Exactly.
like, you want me to be cut different, like the dudes you've been dealing with. Who be like, open the door for me, shorty. No, like, no, I'm gonna open the door for you. I'm gonna let you step. You feel me? But dudes and females in my generation don't understand that level of respect for a woman.
That's true.
And that's why I was saying dudes and women, because women don't understand the level of respect they should get, and
Right.
dudes don't understand the level of respect they should give to women.
So do you think that that's something that you're gonna carry on? I know you done with relationships at 19.
I hope so. Cause look.
Yes, you will.
Cause look, do you not? There's some things that I've realized. My inbox is blowing up, and it's not something that I don't have under control. I can obviously control it. Like, I don't have to respond. Sometimes I may respond. I'll be like, hey, yo, what's up? You know, just conversation. Because if, you know, they gonna bring in music, they were like, yeah, your music nice, just to have a leeway to
So it's a
conversate with you.
conversation, yeah.
And then it's okay for me to do that. But then at a certain point, it's like you trying to do too much. You trying to FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to do too much.
Yeah, I don't like people FaceTime me either.
I like FaceTiming because I'm like, let me see what you doing. Let me see,
big,
like, and
what you
then
look like.
one thing they'll have their hair all over. Like, no, when you first start talking to them, their hair be all done. The more you start talking to them, their hair be all over the place.
Yeah,
I'll
you
be
gotta
like,
keep it real.
I'm like,
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but I be so grateful for that. I be like, I'm happy that you are comfortable with me like that.
Right.
And I don't be like, sometimes I might say a joke or two, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, they still beautiful naturally, because that's what I look for. I like the natural beauty, and it's like, it's cool, you know. I'm grateful that you're, you know, open to me like that. But then it gets to a point to where like they not doing nothing for themselves, and then they're just on the phone, and it's like, to me, it's just like, eh.
Yeah, next. Right.
Yeah. No, I don't say next. But
You
I
said
do
next
it.
mentally.
When I say
It's
and,
like a
when
next.
I say and, it's like, I gotta figure out a way that I can get them back on their feet, because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So then when I do that, when I take that avenue to help them, it's like it crashes, because it's like, why are you trying to help me in my downfall? That's what they think. They're like it's like you trying to take advantage
Instead
of
of
me in some
encouraging
way.
and lifting them
Yeah.
up, which is the normal way
Yeah.
of doing things.
The human way. I just want
Yeah.
to say this, and I want to let Miss Auntie Joyce speak. Like he was saying, we're independent. Like the culture today is basically into the culture today, the hip hop culture. So they're so independent that they can open a door for themselves, and I can buy my own red bottoms and this and this. But then when you meet a man, you need to buy me a Birkin bag. You need to buy me this and buy me that. Like, you're confused. Like you said, go back to what you said. You don't know what you want. Like you could be independent, but you'll never be independent of a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you want that, you know, to
that's
be
what
a
it's
mother, you gotta
designed
have
to
him.
be.
Yeah.
That's
It's
how makeup
it's designed to
works.
be. Yeah.
Companionship.
Companionship. Yeah, for sure.
Agreed.
We were talking on set last night, and whole lot of conversations, but one that just kind of stuck out to me, which is, you know, like why I want like Joyce to kind of elaborate on. It's like when you are giving 100% of yourself, right, and that relationship may or may not work out. I'm wanting to know, because I do that, but I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, does it take away from you? Are you able to really like refill yourself after you've given so much to a person? Or
That's a good
or
question.
what?
It depends.
It's
So-
hard.
I think some women can't though.
It's able to be done.
No matter what, that pain lingers.
It depends.
You need that to linger.
It depends on what happened, because they had a kid and the dude not taking care of the kid, and then they can't do the things that they was wanting to do because they ain't got daycare, they got to spend all this money, they got to work 2 jobs.
I don't know.
If they could have not dealt with the wrong dude and not had this kid and not went through that, they feel like their life would have been different. So
so
it depends
if children
on
are involved, because it's
Yeah, 'cause-
like a more long term
Yeah.
life decision.
because it's like you gotta go into like a whole nother level of, especially the guy not taking care of the kids. They gotta try to find daycare. Gotta try to, just like that was the other thing was going on with the girl I was talking to, and especially they got more than one father that's not taking care of the kids, and they feel like, man, I should have never dealt with that guy, and then that's a whole nother level of like trauma.
Baggage.
You know what I'm saying? Baggage and all that.
Can
Pretty much.
Can
You know,
I say,
kids are a blessing, but I'm saying.
can I
You
say
know what I'm
that I think that no matter what we experience, we don't need to use that as a crutch, or I'm like this because of, if this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be doing this. No
And I
matter
don't think
what,
that.
we all experience something. You know what I'm saying? And that's what builds character, period. So, yes, hold it, because it builds you. It made you who you are, and that's something that you know you never want to go back through. So when you see the signs, then you know how to maneuver through that. But at the same time, no matter how hard it is, I mean, I ain't gonna say too much because I have other things to say based on experience. I have beautiful scars. You feel me?
Right.
But I definitely want to hear what Miss Joyce has to say
About
in regards to relationship and giving your all, because it is draining.
I think it goes back to a fear of rejection again.
There you go.
True.
Yeah.
That's right.
Self-esteem
Yep.
goes down.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It's the fear of getting back out there,
Mhm.
and not just being rejected by a man, but by society.
Correct. Social media.
Things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. TT Joyce. What's the T on relationships?
And giving your all.
And definitely.
It's like, but I mean, what you think about this, Sorella? What I said about for like finding a wife, it's just like, and then you got a lot of women, like you say, when you nice and you genuine, then sometimes they'll take that for granted. Just like I was telling you about when I was like not paying no attention, I'm still like, man, I ain't really trying to have no girl. I'm trying to make things happen. She was all running behind me. She was all, as soon as I like got her promise ring, you flirt with a weed man, but the whole time before.
But she might
was
have
all-
been flirting with me, man, though.
Yeah, you know.
So that, like, it's a lot of stuff that, you know, she probably was sneaky. And you didn't really know, and you know, we got blinders on.
But see, things changed with her. Like when I started taking her serious, it's like things started. She kind of.
And then
And
I
that-
don't
that
know,
happens.
something exciting
That
in
happens
that.
a lot.
The
And then
bad
some-
boy
It
thing.
is.
might
It really
be like
is. It's
And then some
like a
women.
mental
you know,
issue, but it is
And
kind of.
some women have been
yeah.
through stuff like you got. Like I got two baby mamas, and I'm a good father to my kids. And one of my baby mamas, my son, that's 11. Well, you know her. I like, you know what I'm saying. I kind of do more than I probably should do. I pay child support. I shouldn't be paying child support, but I do more just to try to see her do good. Cause she.
why you don't supposed to be paying child support?
'Cause I
No,
take
that
care-
man, that's a whole nother.
Well, you
That's
know,
a
'cause
whole
I-
nother.
Makes sense.
I feel like if a man is active in their child's life, they shouldn't be having to pay child support.
Cause check this out. If I'm
That's
paying,
a
with that.
whole
if I'm,
nother-
I'm with that.
if I'm getting him anything he want, plus paying your cell phone bill, and we not together and not having sex and nothing, why would you put me on child support?
Exactly.
I'm paying your cell phone bill too.
Right.
Like I don't even got no obligation to pay your cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want your
Unless
phone
you
to
get a
cut.
discount
I
on
want your-
family plan.
But I don't want your phone to get cut off because the doctor might call,
Right,
the
right.
school might call, and I might be at work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I
I'm-
totally
So I
understand.
feel like
Like
that's an extension.
activity that you might have put your kids in, and
Yeah.
the reason why that her phone needs to be on is so she can answer to make sure
I
they
might
get to
be
where
at
they need
work
to
and they
go.
call, yeah.
I have a lot to say about that, but I'll wait till
But
next.
well, you know, just
Right.
saying,
Like
you
that
know,
child support ain't enough.
I'm
when
saying,
you
but
going
just
to dinners
saying,
and
though, like-
take care of
It's
it.
not.
You know
Right.
what
And
I'm
then,
saying?
and then a
Work-
lot of women don't understand, like, why you doing all this for your baby mom? You must be still talking to her. Because they baby daddy don't do nothing for their kid. So they feel like you should be arguing and cussing your baby mom out. Because I got to argue and cuss my baby dad out. So that be like an issue sometimes too. And I'm like, I ain't gonna cuss her out because my son gonna be like, why you cuss my mom out? I don't cuss no way, but I'm just saying, why you doing my mom in the kind of way?
Right.
That's
They
still my
do see
mama.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
may not feel like the child support is, you know, enough or whatever, but the value of actually having that figure there
Right.
is
way more.
beats
Yeah.
more than anything
Any
money
money,
can buy.
any money,
Right.
yeah.
Correct. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Because it be just sometimes I don't like with the child support because you pay it and then the Wi-Fi still cut off. Like,
Right.
And then and I'm paying your cell phone bill. I pay the child support and you know, with the Wi-Fi, and then you tell my son to ask me to pay the Wi-Fi.
What I would
Now the Wi-Fi $400.
Yeah.
Like how the Wi-Fi got
Right.
mine, you could.
Yeah.
It's just it's just like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Domino
Yeah, I ain't
effect.
really
But
have that.
what I will say about that, what you allow is what will continue, and we can't
Exactly.
be their crutch.
That part,
You feel me?
that
You
part.
have to put them in a provide them with the knowledge and a little bit of
Boundaries.
tools, but you have
Boundaries.
yeah,
Boundaries,
correct.
yeah.
And you have to put them in a position where they can get up and say, you know what, let me put my shoes on and do what I'm supposed to do, and stop depending on
Yeah.
you know certain people to do certain things.
So with that being said, that's why I go to strip club.
And
All right. Yeah. You know what?
because we got the hustle, the mindset, the grind.
Right. But in all reality, though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Makes me feel
those are
better.
all. You know what? Those are a lot of the pieces that contribute to, you know what I'm saying, like our life and what it
Correct.
is that we're trying
Right.
to do. Then just to kind of shed light, you know, to some of it. But we need to kind of wrap up on this one, but we're definitely going to welcome everybody back to the next show to kind of continue, you know, some of the stuff that's been said and build on this journey, you know, in this Atlanta-based entertainment industry.
Right.
So just gonna kind of go through. Shout out your Instagrams so that people can be able to know how to follow each and every one of you.
Alright, it's your boy Zayday. You know, you can hit me up, ZAYYDEYY on Insta. And go ahead and check out my music. I got 2 singles out. It's on all platforms. Artist name still Zayday. Yeah, make sure y'all go hit me up. And make sure y'all give us some ideas on what y'all want to hear
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
Because we don't mind opening up on topics. Alright.
As you can tell.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. My Instagram _basic Betty. Betty is beat the number 3 TTY. Definitely check out my page, and also piggyback off of what Zayday said. You know, give us your opinions and your thoughts about what was said today as well, not just ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Super
this
the
is Super the
Barber.
Barber.
SEPA_THE_Barber. And it's a blessing being on Juice Talk. Welcome all the new people to Juice Talk.
Thank you.
All right. All right, this is Jewel. Personal page at Jewel264. Business page at Lion Queen Entertainment.
This is Carolyn Elaine. Facebook, Carolyn Elaine. Instagram, Laney B, LANEY B 3003. And make sure y'all tune in for part 2.
All right. Miss Joyce.
Oh, Joyce Jones on Facebook.
All right. All right.
All right,
All right.
y'all.
Till next time, y'all.
Peace.
All right, y'all. See y'all later.